Chippenham and most others in that middle third, you'd think are going to be the same setup, staff and players-wise, going into next season. And I mean, they've acquitted themselves well. Their away form is, well, they've really earned their meal this season. It's the home form that's dipped a bit, and I'll certainly be wanting to look into that the rest of this season. But yeah, from a Chippenham perspective, I think they've still got some relationships and partnerships to try and build the rest of this season and see if they can't finish, ninth, because it's just a huge cluster of sides that are in there that aren't too many points separating all of them. So I'd be very surprised if Chippenham are that side who finish in ninth.
Brooks taking his time over this one. Hurls it towards the near post where Aweka tries to win it, falls over. Fowler knocks it into the area. It's nearly an own goal there. I think a combination. The keeper just about kept it out, wasn't it?
Violent chop in the middle.
Violent clearance, and the keeper actually did incredibly well to save that. But, having done that, Leigh nearly scores at the back post. Ball hasn't been cleared yet. It goes to Blair. It's back into the area. It's back with Bhivesh Gurung. He's being urged to shoot. He lays it off to Sam Corn instead.
Defensive area, Fred, and the Stones attacking much earlier on. And
a lovely turn by Gurung, who shoots, and it's charged down. It's cleared as far as Brooks. Brooks will lay it off to Sol Wanjao Smith. Wanjao Smith tries to cut inside. Does cut inside. Shoots and shoots wide. And we all draw breath here as we try to unravel what happened in those first few moments there. I was praising Casagrande for what was actually a remarkable reaction save. It is. Maidstone have got a free kick with Sam Corn about 10 yards from the byline. There's a two-man wall. Corn takes it right-footed towards the far post this time, and it's headed goalwards by Jordan Higgs. It's a fairly comfortable save in the end by Josie Casagrande.
They're one of a couple of sides that seemingly are down, them and Weymouth, but again, Weymouth pulling out the surprise against Boreham Wood at the moment. So it's why we love South. We don't love that.
Here's Johnson breaking on the left-hand side. It's a decent shot from him, but it doesn't really trouble Andre Jr. It's low trajectory. On a pitch like this, you're not going to get a dodgy bounce, and Andre Jr. dealt with it fairly comfortably. So, Avery, of course, were 2-0 up against us here at this stage.
By this time, yeah, exactly.
And we never got back into it, which is probably, I think that would be up there with, I'd say that was the most disappointing performance of the season.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm sure that others may disagree, but certainly the ones that I've seen. Here's Blair from Maidstone into the area, chips one towards the far post, and it's just ahead of both Sol Wanjao Smith and of Tom Leahy. And Maidstone really have created half a dozen chances so far.
That's seemingly how they're going to have to set up today as well, Fred, because there's not, I can't say there's not too much about them, but at the same time there's not much way for them to get into it, really, and that seems to be the most sensible way for them, but they just again can't get out of their defensive third.
Again they've tried to play it out the back, and Corn has charged it down. He's got it to Blair, plays a ball back to Corn, to Brooks by the corner flag. It's crossed at the near post. It might fall for Higgs, and I think Higgs has handballed that, and he has handballed it. The referee's seen it. And again, say that it just didn't quite fall for him. It ends up back of Casagrande. Tom Mayhew picks the ball up, is it? No, it's, excuse me, it's Nat Williams back there in the left back position. And it's Mayhew who has possession now. In fact, he's going to leave it for Johnson to take the throw.
See someone else with a changed haircut, Harry Cipriano, most of his locks shorn away in the last few months.
Yeah, it's the big news. If you missed it earlier on in the transmission, there's just a possible chance here for Chippenham opening up. McClure on the edge of the area tries to lay it into the path for Johnson, but it's intercepted well by Leahy, defending right back in his own area. And now there might be half a chance for Blair if he can get there. He has got there, and Blair might have a chance to score here. And Blair has hit the bar when it looked like it would be easier to miss. And now a player's been stopped for a foul on Haynes, I believe.
Yeah, Sam Corn left it in on him there, just trying to follow in on Blair hitting the crossbar.
Blair had done everything but score there. He did so well. Chippenham occasionally looking threatening. It really is very similar to the Salisbury game in terms of the attacking pattern. And now Blair lays it to Leahy. Leahy's into the area, one-on-one with the keeper, and it's a great save by Josie Casagrande. Leahy's hit the target. Casagrande's just made a very good save there. And it remains 0-0.
Yeah, I don't know what the protestations are from Gravita there. It's clearly Biv hit that against Leon there.
Yeah, the manager as well. They're both looking quite angry about it, and he very clearly put it out of play. So he was trying it on a bit there. It was one of those where it's basically kind of 50-50, you know, this infamous double touch, if you like, but it was pretty clear he was trying to play it out of play, so I'm not sure what the outrage was for.
One thing to potentially be angry about, Weston-super-Mare lead at Chelmsford, so Stones in 7th purely on goal difference as it stands. Only Truro winning in the top 7 this afternoon. Oh, not Andy Spawn, but Truro.
Seaman bursting into the area but just loses possession. It might fall from Wanjar Smith, and Wanjar Smith tries to shoot. I think he's claiming that he was he put off during the act of shooting?
I think there was enough contact for him to claim that he was put off.
Okay, so a goal kick from Maidstone, Alexis Andre Jr. to take it right-footed. Whacks that one, looking for Sol Wanjar Smith. Almost falls for him, and it does fall for him, and he's laid it into the path of Blair. And Blair is into the area, he's at a bit of an angle, he cuts back, he shoots, and he rolls it straight into the path of the goalkeeper. And I really thought that the net was going to bulge there, as you can probably tell from the tone of my voice.
Yeah.
He'd done everything he needed to. It was a really nice move. Sam Corn is going to take this corner from the left-hand side of midfield. He's going to knock this one towards the middle of the area, and it's headed in. It's a goal for Maidstone. Finally, the deadlock is broken. Just trying to see who it is. It's got the final touch. I think it's George Fowler, as Sean says. Fowler was down, it looked temporarily dazed for a second there. And John Gooch just putting the thumbs up to say it was Fowler that got the final touch. So Maidstone lead. Finally, the deadlock is broken. And just as Sean was saying, it's unusual to make 2 substitutions right before a corner.
Well, it's normally me who gets lost in jokes, to be fair, but there you go.
Yeah, I think this might be my last commentary of the season, so I've got feeling a bit stir-crazy and cold as well. As here's Higgs playing it back to Andre Jr. There was just a little bit of confusion there. The ball has been whacked high into the night sky here, and
come on, last man there.
There were all sorts of things going wrong here, and I think what might have saved Chippenham is I suspect that Sam Conn was offside.
Yes.
And he's putting his hand up. Aweka's making a nuisance of himself, as he so often does in the area. And the corner goes to the near post this time. It's headed clear by, I believe it was Haynes. It's worked out to Seaman. Seaman, a raking ball across field. Brilliant touch by Sam Corn. And Corn will play it to Wanjar Smith in the area. And Wanjar Smith will score!
Get in.
And it's 2-0 to Maidstone. And it is a terrific move. A great pass by Charlie Seaman. A brilliant first touch by Sam Corn. The second laid it into the path of Sol Wanjar Smith. And he picked his spot in the bottom corner, and after struggling for so long to get through this Chippenham defence, Maidstone find themselves 2-0 up. As you say, it looked for all the world.
Yeah.
It must have been Grant that got the deflection. Here comes the corner, and it goes headed clear as far as Corn. Corn thinks about shooting. Fowler it is that shoots in the end, and Fowler's claiming a deflection there, but the ball went over the bar. Two players had an equal claim on that, I thought. Eventually Fowler took charge. It was unselfish from Corn because it sat up so well for him. I thought that he was going to shoot himself.
And if anyone deserves a goal today, Fred, it's that man's performance. Has put both goals on a plate. A certain amount of plate, I'd say. I mean, Fowler's was difficult to head. It was in a great area, and then obviously the pass to Wanjar Smith.
Certainly the pass for Sol's second
that was more plate than Fowler's
pivotal.
head. Yeah.
And Seaman has kept that in. It stayed in play. Seaman burst into the area. It might fall for Coulthurst. It might fall for Krasniki. It does fall for Coulthurst. He's got too many players around him. He shoots, and it's there! Yes. It's 3-0. And that surely is that.
It must be if Fred says it is, folks.
Well, 3-0 down with 9 minutes left. Coulthurst scores off the post. There's Grant is claiming that the ball had gone out of play. It didn't actually, mate. We were up here. We could see that it had stayed in. It was a good call.
It's more potentially a foul in the box from Krasnicki into the back of a defender. It might be that's being
that's what he's claiming. Grant is complaining fairly bitterly about it. In fairness, none of the other Chippenham players seem to be that riled by Johnson. He manages to get it to Krasnicki, to Corn. Back to Sam Corn after a quick 1-2 at Coulthurst. But Kane Bradbury will bring it away for Chippenham. He plays it to Bray on the right-hand side. Bray just checks back for a second. Plays it forward to the substitute, Joe Andrews. And Andrews tries to chip a decent-looking ball down the left channel, but it's intercepted by Fowler. And that will be the final whistle. So final score here is Maidstone United 3, Chippenham Town 0. All the goals coming in the second half, and the game effectively a dead duck after a sort of double jab by Maidstone around about the hour mark. George Fowler with the header on 60 minutes. Sol Wanchow Smith then following up after what was a terrific team goal involving Charlie Seaman and Sam Corn on that left-hand side of Wanchow Smith, giving it the finishing touch. And then the real killer coming towards the end, when Charlie Seaman kept the ball in on the right-hand side, surged into the area, and eventually it broke to Shaq Coulthurst, who scored